Introducing the Open Palm Podcast with host Jerome Shaw, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. The Open Palm Podcast is a positive, uplifting, motivational, and inspirational podcast. The host brings his insight and philosophy, and you can't help but gravitate towards his smile, his words, and his wisdom. Again, the podcast he hosts is titled The Open Palm Podcast. It's about inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas and topics. He'll also help you become more aware and in harmony with your own life, giving you a better understanding of your place in the world and using your skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. You can find the show today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You can also connect with the host on Instagram at JRomeShaw. That's JROMESHAW on Instagram. Jerome Shaw with the Open Palm Podcast. Motivation, meditation, mentality. Go listen, download, and subscribe today.
There was once a blind girl who hated herself purely for the fact that she was blind. The only person she didn't hate was her loving boyfriend, as he was always there for her. She said that if she could only see the world, she would marry him. One day, someone donated a pair of eyes to her. Now, she could see everything, including her boyfriend. Her boyfriend asked her, "Now that you can see the world, will you marry me?" The girl was shocked when she saw that her boyfriend was blind too and refused to marry him. Her boyfriend walked away in tears and later wrote a letter to her saying, "Just take care of my eyes, dear." What do you gather from this story, my friend? This story entitled The Blind Girl. Oftentimes in life, we take many things for granted. I know because I've done it many times. Many times I have not appreciated what I was given, what I've been given, what life has given me. Not appreciated my sight, my sense of touch, my smell, my hearing, everything, all these senses taken for granted. But knowing in the back of my mind, circumstances could always be different. This story is a really touching one that really struck me in a way because the girl who realized her boyfriend was blind failed to realize that her boyfriend was the one who gave her his eyes. The reason that she could see was from someone else's sacrifice. Do you have anything in your life that you can say was given to you by another? Have you had any opportunities in life to be able to see more, even figuratively, but it was because someone else gave you the opportunity for that sight? When circumstances change in our life, so does our mind. We may not see things the same way all the time. We can read the same book year after year, and as we grow, so does our perception. It changes. And so the book may feel different each time. Some people are unable to see the way things were before or appreciate how far they've come. But this story, what does it tell you, my friend, of the gifts that you've been given? Beyond the gift of sight, touch, taste, hearing, smell, you've been given the gift of life. And as Helen Keller once said, "It is better to be born blind than to have sight, but no vision." Thank you for listening, my friend. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in San Antonio, Texas. I pray you received an encouraging message letting you know to appreciate the gifts that you have been given in life and understand that you didn't have to be given certain gifts, but life could be very, very different at the drop of a hat, at the drop of a dime. So take time to appreciate. Take time to be grateful. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. And if this is your very first time receiving this podcast, thank you for listening to The Open Palm. I appreciate having you here. Definitely subscribe for more inspirational messages like this. And if you feel it in your heart to support, consider opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw, and clicking that support link there is much appreciated. Big shout out and thank you to all the wonderful supporters who continue to donate to the podcast, making it possible for episodes like this. Grab the new book, now out on Amazon, Finding Inner Peace by Jerome Shaw. You'll see the link for that in the episode description of the show notes. Have a wonderful and blessed day or night, wherever you are, my friend. And as always, take care.